Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my very first YouTube video and we'll begin with Kashi Halwa. For this, you need a good quality ash gourd, peel off the skin, remove the pulp and seeds and give it a good wash, and this is how your ash gourd should look like. Now after this, we'll start grating. You need to grate the ash gourd very finely because we are going to use this for a halwa. Finer the grating, better the halwa. After this, you need to strain out the water from the ash gourd. Take a strainer and strain out all the water out of the ash gourd. Make sure you collect all the water in a different pan because we are going to use this to cook the ash gourd. So straining typically takes some time because ash gourd is full of water. And once you strain all the water out of the ash gourd, the output should look something like this. Look how beautiful it looks. Now let us quickly have a look at the other ingredients. We don't have ilachi powder at home, so let's quickly make it. Put in some ilachi, some sugar, grind it in the mixer. Put it in a different plate and keep it aside. Now let's have a look at other ingredients. This is your ash gourd, of course. The strained water. Some ghee. Some sugar. There is a point to it. I'll come to it later. Kajus, the ilachis what we made, ilachi powder what we made, and some food color which is completely optional. Once you have all these things ready, I think it's time to cook. Pour in the strained water in a pan. Make sure the pan is deep enough. Let it boil for some time. Let it not reach the boiling point, but somewhere when it is around 90 degrees, you can introduce the ash gourd into the pan. Give it a good stir and then let it cook for a good 4 to 5 minutes in medium flame. So once the water levels are down, let us introduce sugar. So we are using sugar in a measurement which is equivalent to the ash gourd. Now let us say ash gourd after removing all the water weighs 250 gram. You need to use 250 gram of sugar because if you use more sugar, it will caramelize and spoil the recipe. So it's very important to use the exact measurement of sugar. In goes some food color, completely optional ingredient. It will just add to the visual appeal. It will no way change or alter the taste of the recipe in any way. Especially kids will love it when it is a little colorful. Now in goes the cardamom powder or the ilachi powder. It will give you a wonderful aroma. Stir it for 2 to 3 minutes. And then comes the secret ingredient, 4 to 5 drops of lemon. There is a reason behind this. I'll come to this later in the video. Next is a pinch of salt just to elevate the sweetness of the recipe. To any sweet, if you add a pinch of salt, it will elevate the sense of sweetness in the recipe. Now, once you're done with this, stir it for a good 2 to 3 minutes and then goes 2 to 3 heaped spoon of ghee. Again, depending upon the cholesterol levels of your family members. Give it a good stir, and the key to making a good halwa is patience. You need to keep stirring. You need to be very patient. Always try to keep the flame in medium, and then you just need to keep stirring. So while you do this, you can parallelly keep a kadai and then pour in some ghee and try to roast the cashew nuts. So make sure once you pour in the ghee, you don't wait for a lot of time because when you introduce the cashew nuts, it will go black, which we don't want. We need a golden brown colored cashew nut. I think it's ready to be transferred back to the halwa. Yes. Let us put it back in the halwa. And then now keep stirring. So I was talking about that 4 to 5 drop of lemon which is being squeezed, right? That is just for the halwa to remain the very same even after a couple of days after you make it. Because if you don't add it, the sugar will start caramelizing and the color of the halwa will slightly change. So adding that 3 to 4 drops of lemon will save your recipe from an unwanted color change. So not yet reached the desired consistency. Let us stir for some more time. It's almost there. It's almost there. Keep stirring. And then it's almost ready, 99.9% ready, and then we'll serve it into the serving bowl. Look at the consistency. This is what exactly a kashi halwa should look like. Beautiful. So folks, hope this was helpful. Stay blessed. Thank you.